This is the community garden. You can get a little spot and raise a bit of garden if you don't have the yard to do it in. You can see people have flowers and vegetables. Sunflowers, of course, very popular here. I love sunflowers. They are the state flower. I'm not originally from Kansas, but there are some things I really appreciate about living here. I'm originally from Kentucky, but I have lived in Kansas longer than I lived in Kentucky. However, I still think of Kentucky as home, even though it's Kansas where I live, and Kansas where I own a house, and Kansas where my friends are by and large. There's something about those first few years, wherever we're raised, that I think that's just kind of always home to us if we have roots there. The community garden is such a cool concept. I have a garden in my backyard, so I don't have a plot here, but I think it's such an interesting concept, and I love that it's full every year. There are never any empty spaces. My friend Kate is looking into starting yet another community garden because people want to grow and they can't. There just isn't space. Or someone's tomatoes are looking good. Frankly, they're looking better than my tomatoes are looking at the moment. Of course, it looks like they also weed much more than I do. I'm not a girl who likes the heat, so when it gets hot, I'm just kind of useless out in the garden. But I think this is such a cool concept. Some nice zinnias there. I do love zinnias. I have a bunch of those planted myself. Looks like some people are putting in their second crops of things. We're going to turn and go down the other side just so you can get a good look at it. I don't know if people use the sunflowers as kind of markers or not, but I noticed that they're around lots of places. Farmers will tell you they hate sunflowers because sunflowers have these humongous long roots on them, and they suck all the nutrients out of the ground. According to the farmers, I don't know, but that's what they tell me. And the gentleman who told me that was Farmer of the Year last year by Progressive Farmer magazine, so I guess he probably knows what he's talking about. It looks like I said, lots of people are doing a second crop. They're preparing for a secondary crop. I love this scarecrow over here. It's a t-shirt and looks like a bottle, a pop bottle or some sort of 2-liter bottle, and on PVC pipe. But they have a crop of corn, so I guess it's successful. You are expected, if you have a plot in the community garden, to keep it relatively weed-free. That would be a problem for me, obviously, because I'm not very good at that. I do see that lots of people have piled out compost areas. That these people are very sophisticated. They've got a fence up for things to grow onto. You're supposed to keep it relatively weed-free and deal with any diseases or anything that come along. I don't know how long Hutchinson has had a community garden, but I think quite a while. And I just think it's such a cool concept. There's someone watering their garden. You can see that there are watering spigots strung out every so often. We are getting a little sprinkling of rain at the moment. We could use some water. It would not be a bad thing if we got a rainstorm tonight, as long as it's nothing torrential and damaging. The structure that you see there in the background, I'm going to pan over so you can see it, is a prison. We have the Hutchinson Correctional Facility here. And community garden here. Someone else out working in the garden. Like I said, I just think it's such a great concept. Love it. And I'm going to drive back around so you can get one last look.